Well, we told you Stanford was the best in the Pac-10 on the balance beam, and Tabitha Yim backs that up with a 9.975, but it was just the best of a run of Cardinal. 3 of the top 5. Now, our Stanford Cardinal, and the results for the balance beam, of course, it's not final yet, but 9.975 going to be pretty tough to beat.
Absolutely tough to beat. Don't only have to be perfect.
Here's the team scores after 5 rotations, and because of all that success on the balance beam, Stanford has nosed in front of UCLA. Now remember that Stanford is ranked 10th in the nation coming in. UCLA is 11th, Arizona State 9th. And then if you go down to Arizona, Wildcats are 15th in the country, and Oregon State, 1 rotation down, remember, is 17th. So Oregon State's going to close a lot of ground here in the 6th rotation. Here's Tasha Smith on bars, and she is having a very big, a very good night. She already leads the vault at 9.925.
There's her release move, which she did out of a full twisting giant. Bail back to the low bar.
Tasha Smith also leads the floor, by the way, at 9.95. So
she's having a great night.
Yeah. And this crowd knows it. They're right with her.
Her dismount, a double back in the tuck position. Not as hard as some of the other dismounts that we've seen, but she had a solid routine.
In the zone maybe tonight? She's cooking.
There's her release. It's a Tkachev. She's high in the air. Moves right to the low bar.
Back to the vault, and Arizona's Aubrey Taylor.
Aubrey does a Yuchenko full, the same vault that we've seen from many of the athletes. She had a little pike down and a step on the landing.
And over to the beam now, UCLA's Jordan Schwikert. Jordan Schwikert 2nd on the vault, 2nd on the bars.
But balance being one of her best events.
She's also currently 5th on the floor. So wrapping up a solid effort at the Pac-10s.
Nice flight series. 2 back handsprings into a layout. Perfectly done. No breaks.
She's won beam titles twice this year.
Boy, with all the noise in this gym, 4 events going on at once, the concentration on balance beam is absolutely a necessity. Side somersault. That's a blind move on the balance beam. You don't see your foot land until you're upright. It also gets bonus. The gymnasts start their routine at a 9.5. To get to a 10, they have to do something hard, just like a gainer full off the side.
Right on cue. Here's Jami Lanz of Oregon State on the bars, who has 3 efforts of 9.825 this year, 1 bars title on the season.
She has a nice swing on this event, nice uprise, which she took right to a giant and a bail onto the low bar.
Lanz best finish tonight, 3rd on the floor. That's not a final result. She's 3rd right now.
It's been a little short of her handstand position. Double layout for a dismount. She's excited about that landing. Perfect.
All folks love it. Lanz fans filling the building. Here's Chrissy Lamun now from Oregon State on the bars, and she just happens to be our State Farm Pride of the Pack as well. This honors scholar athletes throughout the Conference of Champions, a 3.98 GPA in general science. Back in my day, 4.0 was the best, wasn't it? Is that still the case?
I think it's still the case. Talk about a perfect score.
I didn't know 4.0 was the best. I just heard that. Chrissy Lamun. And, you know, with all the demands, gymnastics is a year-round, full-time sport. There's no off-season in gymnastics, so to keep a 3.98 in the classroom, outstanding. She is 9th in the conference in bars. She has 2 bars wins this year.
Look at that release move, how high she is going over the bar. Makes it look effortless. And Pac-10 athletes are good students. just like Chrissy. Her dismount, a double back. She moves into it from a full twisting giant. That gives her extra bonus, and she is happy with that routine.
She really held on to that landing and showed the judges that she was in control.
Her dismount. There's a release move. Beautiful Tkachev. Sky high. Her dismount. There's that full giant into a double back in the tuck position. The combination gets her bonus. And quite a smile.
Over to the floor where we join April Boone of Arizona State in progress.
Whips into a double back. She was high. Landed perfectly.
Boone has the highest floor in the Pac-10 this year, actually tied with Kate Richardson of UCLA at 9.895. 10th in the nation on this event.
This is a very dramatic floor exercise music. A lot of what we've heard tonight has been jazzy, rhythmic. And there's her rhythmic. Double back pike, so she's had 2 double backs in this routine, and she finished with a pike, which gets extra credit.
Over to the beam now, and UCLA's Kristina Comforte.
That was nice. She did a split leap into an immediate back handspring on one hand, effortlessly. It's called a sheep jump. It's hard to do on balance beam because it's blind. Don't see your feet before you land. Another tumbling series, 2 flip-flops.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Remember the top mark on the beam coming in, Tabitha Yim of Stanford, 9.975.
And Kristina has had a 9.95 on this event, so she could challenge. Gainer off the side, perfect landing.
That is going to score very well. And UCLA is desperate for points right now.
Let's watch her on balance beam. That's the sheep jump. It's a blind move. And her dismount, which is a gainer off the side with a full twist before landing, no steps.
To the floor exercise, and Arizona State's Cassandra Jussino.
Cassandra is a powerful athlete. We saw her on vault. She had a fall there. There's her opening tumbling, a double layout. Can't tell if she went out of bounds for the little cushy mat that's on the floor exercise.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. How do they judge that?
Well, they can't deduct for her. If they didn't see her go out, there's no way to tell, so there'll be no deduction if it was there. Double front, and she fell. She over-rotated that, fell out of bounds, so she'll also get a deduction for being out of bounds. Cassandra having some trouble with her landings tonight, but she's very powerful. She anchors the Arizona State floor exercise team. Little fun. And here comes the final tumbling line. Second fall, very uncharacteristic of Cassandra. She has not had a good night.
Oregon State came to the 6th rotation trying to make out points on the bar, so they turned to the senior, Chrissy Lamun, a 9.90. 1 rotation left.